Today, I'm going to talk about one word that makes us stuck, lose our ability to play, and enjoying life. And that word is should. As part of my productivity routine, I used to wake up in the morning and then ask one question, and that question is, what should I do today? And I do it every day. What should I do today? Because that's the way I generate my to-do list. And one day, after I asked that questions, I suddenly, wait a minute. Why should? Like, why do I use that word should? Why not, what do I want and love to do today? And I realized I don't really use it that often. I use should a lot. And I also realized that I've been filling out my to-do list with obligations rather than enjoyment. And no wonder, and sometimes it's really, I have to push myself to move forward with what I want to do. So let's talk about where these habits come from. I'm not alone in this because I know if you are an adult and you have overthinking habit, most likely you use lots of should. And if you're not convinced with what I say, notice the thoughts you have right before or when you are stressed or overwhelmed or feeling guilty. Notice the thoughts, and I'm sure you're using a lot of should. I should do this instead of that. I should spend my time with my kids rather than working really hard. All the things like that. And if we traced it, where that come from, we can go back to our childhood. Now, have you ever spent time with a toddler or a baby? They don't know. They have no idea what should is. They just do what they like. They don't plan things. They just grab things. They're curious about things and they just go with that curiosities. But then, during the kindergarten year, we started notice and understand what should is about. You should be nice. Don't hit your sister. Or you should eat vegetables. You should eat your milk. Should. You should clean up after your play. And then our teacher start using that, our parents start using that, and we started to learn about expectation and acceptance. We started to learn when we did what was expected, it made them happy. And sometimes we get compliments from it. When we did what expected for us to do, we feel accepted. And in acceptance, we felt loved. And it doesn't stop there. It go up again. When we get older, we start learning about another nuance of should. You should clean your room, otherwise you cannot play with your friends. You should do your homework, otherwise you cannot watch TV. So we learn that behind the should, there is a punishment. We learn that we do things, we are forced to do things with a demand. And this thing we picked up these things unconsciously. And that becomes something that the way we operate, the way we shape our life, the way we set up directions in our life. What should I do when I grow up? Where should I go to school? I should get married one day. I should have a good job. I should be more successful. See, all the should. And we also learn one way of pushing us forward, demand and punishment. When we make a demand to ourselves, to others, then it helps us to move forward even though we don't feel like doing it. How fun is it? Not really, right? And we do that all to ourselves. So, there is a difference of living your life with inspired actions and living your life just by fulfilling a demand. Enjoyment is a critical factor for effortless productivity and creativity. The more you enjoy what you do, the more you're willing to show up and play. And when you infuse what you do with joy and inspirations, the better you tend to do it. And the more you enjoy doing it.